now. You see the
yes, we can.
The agenda for the second part. As Julio mentions, I'll be just giving some brief overview of the general aspects of the call, and we'll have our colleagues Holger from ULIC giving some more details as to how to use the electronic submission system and the partner search tool. And finally, Ana Luisa will give us some more details about how and who to contact in each of your countries and some of the specific rules and regulations that apply to each of these countries. So I'll go quite quickly over some of the general aspects of ERAMIN. Of course, we've had a very nice introduction in the previous sections, but I do want to remind you at the end of the scope of this ERAMIN joint calls, and in particularly how amongst the raw materials sector, we're specifically targeting non-fuel, non-food raw materials. So more specifically, those metallic minerals, construction materials, and industrial minerals. And again, remind you as well that in the context of the Green Deal, the raw materials for batteries and the recycling are also included in the framework of this upcoming call. What I wanted to give you an overview of, and it's important, of course, to have in mind, is the actual dates and important dates that are just around the corner. The call was launched in January 15th with, as described, a total budget of 19.5 million euros, taking account as well the 5 million contribution from the European Commission. And we are expecting pre-proposals by April the 1st. So you still have over a month and a half to put together the consortiums and these initial proposals, which are relatively short, and for which we will receive feedback on the June 15th. Those selected to go to the second phase will have a further deadline of 1st of September to submit the full proposals. And we hope to give results back on these full proposals by the end of November, November 30th. So that the selections of the full proposals recommended for funding can be given out on December 14th. Of course, all these projects will then have time to sign their grant agreements with the respective countries and start no later than May the 1st, 2022. You'll be able to, of course, have all the information and latest updates in our website and the specific link for the call 2021. Feel free to direct questions to the Joint Call Secretariat at ERAMIN at fct.pt. Just a quick reminder of the actual participating countries and regions in this Joint Call 2021. You have there not only the regions, but also the entities who you should address your specific questions. Ana Luisa will give more details about the contact details on this, so I'll run through this relatively quickly. But as I say, bear in mind that you should try to, as soon as possible, contact your national contact points for any specific questions and confirm your eligibility to participate in the call. In the same call text that you find in the link, you'll also be able to find the specific rules or regulations in the annexes of that call text. But again, Ana Luisa will give more details on that later on. I did want to run through the general eligibility criteria of the joint call. These are eligibility criteria that apply to all proposals. And as it says there, it's a requirement that there's a minimum consortium of at least 3 partners which are actually requesting for funding. So This is important because, as you know, partners can participate without requesting direct funding, but in order for a proposal to be eligible, at least 3 need to be from the 3 countries where are providing funding, and 2 from EU member states or associated country, in this case, Turkey. Again, a reminder that you must make sure that you comply with the national regional funding criteria, as it will be the national and regional funding organizations directly giving the funding to you. And for those partners and applicants not requesting funding directly, you must make sure that you provide evidence that you are able to use your own funds to cover the project costs. Of course, if there's several of these partners from outside of the not requesting funding and from outside of the participating countries, you must remember they must be compliant that at least half of the partners of the consortium still belong to countries in participating in the goal. And just a reminder that the expected duration of these projects are between 12 to 36 months, but again, urge you to specifically look at the national and regional criteria, and that you comply with those specific limitations that your national or regional funding organization may present. And just a quick overview on how the proposals will be evaluated with the probably familiar H2020 evaluation criteria of 3 sections of excellence, impact, and implementation. There'll be a ranking list based on the scoring provided through that international scientific assessment, and then funding allocated in order of that ranking list. And bear in mind, of course, that depending on the type of organization, which I'll cover in a second, you're also eligible for different types of funding rates. Just quickly, as a broad range of different entities are eligible, from universities, research institutes, as well to private organizations like SMEs or large industries, NGOs, and as well public authorities. And as Dina mentioned, as far as the overall eligibility criteria, there is no limitations in the TRL, but again, please remember to check with your national and regional rules so that in case they do impose limitations on TRL. Quickly, I'll also give an overview of the topic descriptions, the 5 main topics that are covered under this Joint Call 2021. You can find a more detailed description as well in the call text, but please remember that you need to at least address one of these main topics. But it's also possible to then, as you'll see in a second, also in a proposal cover any of the other additional 20 subtopics. Topic 1 deals with the supply of raw materials from exploration and mining. Topic 2 on circular design for increased resource efficiency. Topic 3 on process production and remanufacturing, and topic 4 on recycling and reuse of end-of-life products. There's additional topic 5, which is the cross-cutting topics covering aspects like new business models, environmental impact assessment, social acceptance and public perception, and environmental, social, and health and safety issues. And please bear in mind that the inclusion of the cross-cutting topics in a proposal is considered of added value. And just quickly, some summary of the subtopics, which you can also find further details and examples in the call text, as I was mentioning. And topic 1, in the supply of raw materials for exploration and mining, you are looking for projects dealing with exploration or mining operations and mine closure or reclamation. In the case of topic 2, circular design, we're looking at product design for increased raw material efficiency, product design for the reuse and or extended durability of products, product design to promote recycling, and product design for critical material substitution. In the case of topic 3, for processing, production, remanufacturing, you'll be able to find subtopics like increased resource efficiency and resource intensive production processes, or the increased resource efficiency through recycling of residues or remanufacturing of used products and components. And as well, increased resource efficiency using information and communication technologies. In topic 4, for recycling, reuse, and end-of-life products, you'll find end-of-life products collection and reverse logistics, end-of-life products pre-processing, pre-treatment, dismantling, sorting, and characterization. The reuse, repair, refurbishing, and repurposing and remanufacturing of end-of-life products, the recovery of raw materials and end-of-life products, recovery of raw materials from end-of-life immovable assets, and increased recycling or reuse through information and communication technologies. And finally, for the cross-cutting topics as described, we're looking here at projects and new business models, implementing specifically circular economy aspects, the improvements of methods of data for environmental impact assessment, social acceptance and trust in public perceptions of raw materials, and on health and safety issues. Again, I urge you for more details and examples, both in the code text as well as in examples from past projects, as many of them are also aligned with the kind of projects that we're looking for in this scope. All of this you can find on our website under the tab goals, where you can also find the code documents, which include examples of and templates of how to present the proposal. Holger will, of course, give you more details, as you can find these as well in the electronic submission system. But especially, I'd like to point you out the frequently asked questions, where you can find already resolved some of the main questions that we were receiving, although we're here to answer more questions that come up. So feel free to contact us directly at the Joint Call Secretariat or directly to your national contact points. Here you can find the links. We're posting updates in social media, and you'll be able to also access all the different relevant documentation as it gets updated and as it gets published. And with that, I think I come to the conclusion. So thank you very much, and we're happy to answer any questions now or at the end. We can hear you, Julio. I'm just gonna.
Sorry, I was muted.
Now I can hear you.
Thank you, Jorge. I was saying that we have two questions. I see 3 now. One of them maybe later Holger can say something about it too. But I'm gonna put. There are quite a lot of questions coming right now. Okay. I'm gonna read you some of them, and I think maybe the rest of them can be answered at the end, because we are having a lot of coming. The first one is coming from Patrick Lacroix, that is questioning that the project proposal addresses only one of the 5 main topics of the call on the ESS. That's where I'm saying that maybe Holger can also add something in this matter. Mm-hmm. And what is meant by immovable assets?
Okay, very good question. Here, to be frank, I don't know if Dina would be able to answer this question. Cool.
Yeah, I think Dina.
Or Holger. I think Holger can answer this question. Holger.
Yeah, I can answer this question. So if you read the complete text, you will see that it has some more. It gives some more details. So it's immovable assets, for instance, buildings. So it includes buildings, construction and demolition waste, but also other streams with considerable amounts like ashes or slags or something like that. So It distinguishes this subtopic from the topic which is related to the end-of-life products.
Okay, Holger, thank you. And the other question was about the if in the ESS the proposal has to address only one of the 5 main topics. If I'm not mistaken, I think in the call text says that the proposal can address more than one main topic, but I'm not sure about the ESS, if it can be marked or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I will show it to you when I'm presenting the ESS, but you can address only one of the main topics, but you can address more subtopics. So you're right, Julio, that of course it's somehow logic that applying a circular economy perspective, that usually you're covering more than one topic, that product design and recycling are influencing each other, for instance, but you have to decide for one main topic, which is your project focusing on, and then you can choose other subtopics to make clear, yeah, if your project is related also to other thematic areas.
Okay, thank you. There are a lot